delicious, delicious treat. And it's keto. Mmm. Mmm. Are you even paying attention?
Good. Oh, oh, Rip.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, this is a pretty good start. This is about exactly how I want to have it done. The only thing is let's start making this scent article contrasting. It's OD green, and in the way the dog sees, it's not going to stand out really well. And you'll see by the time she actually gets out there to start, she kind of forgets about it. Um, and then as a second thought goes back to smell it because she located it by odor. But I want her to be focusing on it from a distance. And if it's contrasting, like a white or very, very light color, you're going to have a better chance of her going right to it. Notice how she goes back and detects it. This is exactly what we want to have happen. But right now, puppies are very ADD, and if the thing is out of sight very quickly because it doesn't stand out, then sometimes they can forget about it. And what I want her to do is be thinking about it the whole time. That's one of the reasons why I asked for it to be a contrasting article that's kind of large and cloth like. You have cloth like, you have large, you just don't have contrasting. So you have a little bit of mommy bubble going on, and it's not because she's so nervous. It's just she kind of forgot what to do. The stimulation of the person moving and taking off was kind of forgotten, and the only thing she really kind of paid attention to was the scent article, which was good, but it's no longer really connected to the person who left. And I think a big part of that is just she kind of forgot what she was looking for. Maybe we had a little bit of too much downtime before the start of the track. And I also kind of think that if they're seeing that scent article the whole time and focusing on it, they're also going to be thinking more about the trail layer too. You're doing a really good job of just ignoring her, which is exactly what we need to do. You can't do anything that's going to get her attention because it's going to make sure she forgets even more. She's not going to think about what she's supposed to do. She's not going to think about anybody that's out there. And any reaction that you have is going to get her attention 100%. So you're doing really a good job of ignoring it, even though I know it's quite hard to do so. So this is kind of interesting behavior because you can see now something stirred her memory banks. Did she get a little drift of the wind? Was it the scent article? It's hard to say, but now she's actually thinking about it. And so one of the reasons why she's thinking about it is because you haven't reacted to anything that she's done yet. I think this is kind of a little bit of an air scent or a pool scent. You have to remember the longer Bonnie's out there, the bigger that pool scent gets. And so that's what she's doing. She's probably reacting to it. But we also see a little bit some of her nervousness that she had before. I think a lot of your environmental work really, really made a big difference, but innately and deep down inside, she's not 100% confident with people out there, and you're not exactly with her. So you do a pretty good job of keeping close to her because I don't think she'd go out to try to find anything if you weren't there. Behavior that we're starting to get here is she's detected Bonnie. She knows she's out there, but she doesn't want to go in on the trail side. What she's trying to do is finding a way to air scent Bonnie from a distance. This is what this ranging out is. And when she goes to the left this way, I think this is the bulk of the pool moving in that direction. And what a lot of times dogs will do is they're going to work the pool in order to try to locate that person, but more importantly, identify what that person is. If she can win scent from a distance and know that it's Bonnie, she's going to be a lot more comfortable about it. In doing so, she got a little distracted right there, probably a little animal odor, but the air scent brought her back in and got her a little bit more excited about it. I think one of the things to really see here is notice her ear set now as opposed to before. Her ears are all the way erect and together, so that means she's really into something. And if you remember when we started, she had one ear pointed down. So she's definitely an odor. I think now she's actually picking a little bit of track odor too. And this is why wind scent can sometimes help us, and the pull scent can help us because it starts making the dog think about using their nose. So she's probably on Bonnie's backtrack right now. The issue, though, is she's nervous about it. And this goes back to, deep down inside, she's a little bit worried about people, even though maybe she knows them. But once outside the mommy bubble, it's a little bit threatening. You're doing a really good job of just not doing anything, though, and that's what's so important about this. She's overcoming all these little issues on her own without you doing anything. That little wag of the tail was about the scent pool and then seeing this shape. She initially thought it was Bonnie, but now she knows it's Bonnie right here. So really, really good job. I know it wasn't a trail from beginning to end, but that's okay. She did get a little bit of trail. She did get a little bit of air scent, and she overcame everything by herself without any assistance from you, and that's what's so important. And it's hard to stay patient on these trails when it seems like everything's going wrong, but in all actuality, everything's going right because everything is self-discovery on her own. She's doing it, not you.
Tracy, would you like a piece?
Don't drop any. Don't drop any.
I wasn't going to drop.
Because, okay. Okay, good.
Good girl. Good girl. Woohoo! I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost.
So already her attention span is better, and you can tell by the behavior while you're waiting, the ear set, but more importantly, she goes right to the article. She remembered what it was before and what it was all about, and I love the fact that she goes to investigate. And this is the power of dropping that article away from the dog, because the dog is torn between two things, the article and then also the person who took off. And this is what starts the dog to think about locating articles to start the track on their own. Now, right now we're using big cloth type items, but later on it will manifest itself to contact odor or smaller things. Now, the dog starts tracking right off the bat. I mean, she gets odor, but you're kind of in a bare spot with a lot of dirt, so it's not as strong as what you had before, but it's enough to drag her in. Now, the track was good in the beginning, and then she started to air scent a little bit. You got a little bit of a distraction right here, not that big of a deal, and your reaction was just perfect. Very, very low key, just a little bit of pressure to dismiss this item. It's hard because she hasn't probably run into a lot of poop before like that big, and it's going to be very, very interesting. But at the same time, we don't want to overreact because it could really make her a little bit more sensitive to what's happening on this trail, but more importantly, refocus her attention on what she's looking for back to you, and we really don't want that to happen. So I think she found a little bit of rabbit poop here and decided that she wants to eat a couple. And you have to remember you're dealing with a puppy, and you can't overreact to these types of things. Puppies are going to be ADD, they're going to be stupid, things are going to happen that sometimes can be frustrating, and you just can't overreact to any of it. Just let things go as they will. She's going to get better with time, and every little trail is going to get a little bit better. But the main thing is just being patient. Things are going to work out. Sometimes they won't. She's going to run into distractions. And a lot of what you're dealing with is just environmental work that you're going to have to do anyway. So why don't we just do it in trailing while we're doing trailing? And this is really a much better trail than what we did last time. She's ranging out more on her own. She's using her nose. And even though we did have some distractions, it was things she had to kind of get over anyway.
Such a good girl.
Good girl. That was so good. Yeah, next time we can't use a path. I didn't realize that was a path there. There's cow patties in the path. Yeah.
You like that? Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, where's she going? Where's she going?
Ooh.
Where's she going? Where's she going? Where's she going? Good. Where's she going? Oh, good. Good. Where's she going? Where's she going? Where's she going, Mom? Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So we've had 3 trails in a row where she locates the article by odor, and this is actually really quite good. It shows you the power of the scent article. I don't know if you noticed that little wag of the tail as soon as she really nosed it quite nicely. It's almost like it was the little catalyst to get her moving again, and that's exactly what we want.
Don't move.
No, she's not using ground odor here. She's using air scent, and that's okay. I really don't care. At this point, the main thing is going from point A to point B, and then finding the thing that we're looking for. And she needs to do this outside the mommy bubble and without the support. Now, you did get a little bit of ground odor, but it's not a terrible amount. It's not really a big deal. The main thing is that she gets this done all on her own and without your help. This location is perfect, though. It's great for everything. Any type of odor that you need is going to be here, and something that she can use. Now, notice how she got a little nervous right here. Again, she's not 100% confident. And this is just her natural state, and maybe this is something that she's going to get over shortly, or it may take a lot of time. You're going to have to just work on this, and it's going to have to be a work in progress. I think this is just her instinct to be a little suspicious of other people, even if she's met them in the past, once they're outside the mommy bubble. Okay, so your homework. I want you to do this exact same type of scenario, similar type of location, with a similar type of surfaces, but we need a contrasting center. White would be really good, yellow would be really good, but not OD green or brown, because those are just blend in with the
Oh, good girl.
and let's do 3 or 4
that was
trails, just really
good.
gauge it
Good
based on her
job.
level of enthusiasm.
Good job.
If she's doing great.
Yes, good.
On 3, go ahead and add a 4th.